Alright. I'm going to start going through some book of charts. I want to prioritize slip fever on these guys. I'm going to hide this, hide this. Okay. First one, this looks like a long. I actually kind of enjoy this trade. I think what's going on here is we're slipping. We've got pretty clear upward momentum. We left behind this big reclaim and we tested it once before. The trend seems to be upward. We've got a nice little channel facing upwards. It's kind of a diagonal slip range. And I'm getting long near the bottom of the last peak, which I think is great. Let's see how it plays out. I get filled. Let's see how much drawdown I take here. There's a little bit of drawdown. I think watching this in hindsight, it's easy for me to say like, oh, I should have got out for break even or something, but clearly at the time I had some sort of edge. And if you look at it after the fact, this was a perfect trade. It came down, tested the previous peak, breached it by one tick, and then came right back up into that slip range. Very good trade. I don't want to get distracted by the fact that I'm mean against, because if you consider this a range, which it kind of does look like one, I still think it's justified getting long here. Let's see, this will be another long trade, I assume. Yes. I like it. I think this is a good trade, good range to play with here. You could see a slip range setting up here. The only thing I don't like is it is in a downtrend. It looks like we are downtrending here. I don't know what's going on the larger time frame. This could be a bigger range that we're trading into, and I'm catching a mean favor off of it. But what I do know is it looks like we are taking back a majority of the reclaim, even though we're in a downtrend. Like if you called this a reclaim, we took that back majority. If you call this a reclaim, we took back about half. If you count this as a reclaim, we took it all back and then dropped down. So I think there's good expected value here, and I'm waiting for confirmation. So we have this big spike, and I'm waiting for 1, 2, 3. It looks like 3 candles of confirmation before getting in. Zero drawdown on that. Beautiful trade. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I think if there's a point to take away from it here, just look at what's happening on the chart that's in front of you. Don't focus too much on the larger time frame. We are in a downtrend, but guess what? This was a great fucking trade. While I'm here, looking at these trades back here, these are horrible. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I have virtually no confirmation. There's no slip. There's nothing to play with here. Same thing with this one. You could make the argument that I'm playing the continuation, but there's no uptrend. It's clearly a downtrend. We got a lower low right here, and I assume what's a lower high up here. Excuse me. So for me to want to play these continuation trades, there needs to be an indication of an uptrend, because this is just fighting the trend. And look, we kept making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Granted, I did the same thing back here, and it was a good trade, but that's only because I had good confirmation. I was in a good area. Like, look at this, 3 ticks off the low, good confirmation. It's kind of ranging down here, playing into a reclaim assisted. This is a good trade. The rest of these are garbage, in my opinion. Looks like I'm trying the same thing back here. I'm not a huge fan of this trade. I can see what I'm doing here, and clearly it worked for 2 ticks. There's a little micro range developing here. But look at this. Lower lows, lower highs. And it kind of looks like it's channeling here, and I'm against the channel, so I don't think I should have gone long here. I should have waited for either a lower low to be put in or a defense of that last low. I can already tell I'm not going to like this trade. I'm mean against on it. I take 2 ticks drawdown, get out for 2 ticks profit. I think this was impulsive, and I'm kind of chasing. I think the move's already gone, you know. I do kind of like that it dipped back in, but that's an unrealistic fill. I don't think I'm going to get filled on that. This one's not horrible because I'm waiting for more confirmation. So we just saw this trade. I don't like it because there's no confirmation. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But even just, this is what, like 60 seconds of time of price action? Even after just 60 seconds, maybe less, of price action, I can tell that we're in a slip range. And I like that a lot, and that works in my favor. And it's starting to look like an established uptrend. Because look, we had these lower highs, now we just made a higher high. And we're defending higher lows. So this could be a good reversal play. I like this second trade, but I don't like the first one because there's no confirmation back here. I could see what I was doing here. It was like a continuation, but I just don't like it. There's not enough confirmation. Granted, we are in an uptrend and I'm with the trend, but being with the trend doesn't always mean it's a good trade. You know, there's not. Like, I preferably would have liked to get long down here again near 29s, but I think I'm chasing up here, and I'm over trading, arguably. So again, I can see what I was thinking on this one. It was kind of like a breakout pullback. So we printed this liquidity area, we broke above it, and I'm pulling like a pullback for 2 ticks. It is reclaim assisted, so it's not horrible. But I don't love it either. If anything, this is a great slip range down here. I would have liked to be playing like these range lows down here. I like this trade. Let's see how I manage it. 3 ticks. I think I could have got away with 2. I think 3 might be a little aggressive given the volatility. Could probably get away with 2 ticks on that. The reason why I like it is because I had drawn this, either this is a liquidity area or like a low of day or significant low down here, this yellow line. We breached it by 1 tick and we took back that reclaim. So what's really important is to observe where we're taking back reclaims, and the fact that we printed one here and it instantly got taken back means we could be looking at a reversal. So you look at this one back here, and it's like you could make the argument there's some liquidity here. We breach it, print a reclaim, and then we slowly take it back, but then we fail. You know, and there is a risk of this happening here, which I need to be cautious about. But what's different here is we have a prolonged slip range. This slip range has been going on for like 90 seconds almost. Like, this is a pretty established slip range, whereas back here, if I'm trying to get long on a reversal here, I only have like 15 seconds of price action to play with, of slip range. And then it starts printing lower highs. Here, we don't really have that. We're holding the higher lows. It's a flat low, technically. And we're not making higher highs, per se, but we kind of, like, we're establishing. We're holding. This does not look like we're holding. We made a lower low, lower high, lower high, lower high. We're down channeling again. Whereas this, it's like we puke down, we come up, and we're holding. We're holding up here. I think longs are valid in this area after enough confirmation. And I waited. That's perfect confirmation. Perfect. What I might even do is I might start, can I copy video URL? Copy video URL at current time. No, maybe what I'll do is I'll just start, I'll start screenshotting these. Why not? Fuck it. Get flame shot out. Because I got some time to kill. Why not? So, let me draw. Not a good V flush. And I'll tell you why. It's because we're making lower high, lower high, lower high, and we're making lower low, low. So we're kind of we're failing. Whereas this good V flush because we're defending. And we've got this established range. Establish the range. I'll draw an arrow down here. Establish slip range. This is a good V flush. What I'll do is I'll do like this, and I'll write no established slip range. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot. Now, how do I want to compile these is the question. Could just attach it to this trade. Where's this? This is 214, so so I'm going to put the hypothetical tag on there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change the hypothetical tag to breakdown. Okay. So if I go back there, it'll take me to this trade. And this says that this trade is a breakdown. So in the future, I can filter for breakdowns and just look for trade write-ups. Oh, fuck. Is that the right thing? Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's go back to my chart book. We're still on 214. What was 214? 214. This is the trade right here. Is this 214 as well? Yeah, this is my last trade of the day. This isn't a horrible trade because we have a established channel here. And I'm long at the bottom of the channel, which I really like, and it kind of looks like I nail it. Let's watch. I got the trend favorite. We're clearly trending up. My entry gets breached by 2 ticks. 2 ticks drawdown, but then I take it off for 2 ticks profit, so I guess it's fair, 1-to-1 roughly. I just don't like that. If we're considering this a range, I'm mean against. So I'm not crazy about it. I think it's worth 2 ticks though. I like this trade. Oh man, I just got a really good feeling about this. Let me absorb. Let me absorb what's going on here. I really like this trade. I'll tell you exactly why I like this trade. Yes, dude. Fuck, I love trading. Oh, what just happened? Did I just lose it? Yeah, I just lost it for some reason. Let's go back and find it. It's this one right here. Can I break these off? Yes, okay. Fuck, that makes me happy. Thank you, Dream. Alright. So, let's watch this play out. Breach by 2 ticks. Mute myself here. Only took it off for 1 tick, which that's not really the point that I'm trying to get across here. Let me show you guys the point I'm trying to get across. I gotta make sure these tagged for V-Flush. So, let's break this down. What happened back here? This was a V-Flush, kinda. Not really, but for the sake of the argument, let's pretend it was. This is not a good V-Flush. This, even though it doesn't really look as good, is a great V-Flush. Good V-Flush. And again, this is why. It's because we're coming up here and we are... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. We are establishing a range, and I'm going to be very generous with where I draw this range, because this is like using hindsight and shit. This would actually kind of be the range I would use. But we're revisiting this range. We kind of breached it. I'm not going to go too much into that. There's a range here. We're establishing a range. Text. Established. Slip range. A little arrow pointing down. And then I'll do just like... No established slip range. And to add insult to injury, we are making lower lows. Or sorry, that's a... Whatever. Just delete that. I think you get the point. Ooh, it took a lot of trades in here. Alright. I just wish I could jump to the... Can I open a new tab? No, I don't think I can. A little frustrating. I wish I could visit this trade without losing my spot on the chart book. That's a little frustrating, but I guess it's worth it, so let's do it. Paste from clipboard, upload. This is a breakdown, and I need to make sure I have the V-Flush tag on it. And while I'm at it, let's go back to February 14th and make sure that that other trade I did a breakdown on. Breakdown. Make sure this one has the V-Flush tag. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go back to chart book. I was on 218. Jesus Christ, it took a lot of trades that first day. Okay. 218, 218, there's the first one, here's the second one. Okay. So, I really like the first trade I took here. This little long guy. I think I could have held it for a couple more ticks. Um, I don't like that I drew this channel here because I don't think this is accurate. I think we're still respecting this range, even though it did breach by 1 tick down here. I still think there's a range down here. If I'm playing that range, this isn't a horrible entry, but because I'm playing this channel, I think this is a bad entry because I'm long at the breakout of a channel, and that's not really the play here. I think breakouts should be used on a long trend day, and this is currently a downtrend. So if I'm playing a reversal, if like reversals need to have mean favor, like there's no fucking questions about it. If I'm fighting the trend, I need to have as much mean favor as I possibly can, which means maybe a tick or two lower would be a good entry for a long. This isn't horrible because I still am technically at the bottom of the range, but that's not what I was thinking here, so it's not a great trade. I'll tell you what, I don't hate this trade. It's not great by any means. I don't think it's great, but I don't hate it. I think this would be like I still think this would be actually a green star trade. First of all, great V flush. We breached down here. We took the reclaim back almost immediately, and now we're establishing ranges up here with higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high. And we're kind of creating these slip ranges. I think this would be a slip range, but it's not well established. This one is a slip range, and it's becoming established. In a perfect world, I would wait for a little bit more confirmation than what I had here. And I would like to play this prior range a little bit more, like 1 tick lower, maybe 2 ticks lower. Just to play this last peak instead of playing the bottom of this current undeveloped range. But aside from those factors, I mean, it's giving V-flush. We V-flushed, we came up, and we're establishing. We're not failing lower. You know, one thing I forgot to notice back here is that after we V-flushed, like this price action looks great. But after we failed here, I think I should be hands off because that's a lower high, lower high, lower high, and we kind of made a lower low here. I'm not worried about lower lows as long as we're like, I'm not worried about like range lows. But now it's not looking like a range because we failed those highs, and now it's looking like it's gonna fall back down, and that's exactly what it does. I think longs after this first attempt, these next 2 longs should be hands off because we're failing. This one looks like we're taking it back. It looks like this could be a capitulation down here. We V-flush back up. I might even... Should I get another screenshot of this? Yeah, fuck it, why not, dude? Fucking trader work. Do the trader work while we're here. Gives me something to do. So... V-flushed here. This is a good V-flush because we start establishing. I'm going to draw them as 2 separate ones because they kind of are. We're establishing. We've got higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, put that one a little higher, higher highs, higher highs. So we're establishing. Kind of like we did back here. So let me do the exact same thing back here. Oops. Then I'll draw this, Bad trades. Good trade. Good trade. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Establishing. So we're establishing. And we have no signs of failure yet on this side, so longs are in play. Good. V-flush. Even for the sake of continuity, I'll do. Good. V-flush. Good V-flush, but failed. Could continue. I'll make a side note. Maybe what I'll do is, because this shit looks ugly, is I'll just black this shit out and write a little text box. Trade 1 is valid because we are establishing trends in favor of reversal. Trades 2 and 3 are bad because after failure make high trade is valid because we are still establishing trends, high highs, high lows. This was meant to say ranges. Okay. I think that is a great write-up. So now let's go to the trade. I really wish I could open this in a new tab. Can I do 2 tabs of Trade Club? Looks like I can, sure, so why not? Let's go to February 18th. Boom, boom, boom. February 18th, and this is 939. This also needs the V-Flash tag. It needs the breakdown tag. This is the right trade. Paste from clipboard, upload. Trade 1 is valid because we are establishing ranges in favor of a reversal. So, ranges, we briefly break it here, but what's not pictured is that I'm looking for a wider range. You can kind of see it in this white box that I drew. But we failed. So this trade was good for 1 or 2 ticks, maybe 3. But once we failed, I should be hands off. Once we failed it, and especially after we fail it twice, we're failing to make a higher high. And we just made a fucking lower low. So that's something I missed in this screenshot. Lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high. And then we fail to make a higher high. We make a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. Like, this is clearly going to puke again. But on the way up, so bad trades. Goes without saying, these are bad trades. You should be hands off. Good V-flush could continue because we're establishing ranges on the way up. Right here, we're establishing higher highs, higher lows. Again, I'm kind of playing the break of this range, hoping that it turns into a wider range. But I've got the trend in my favor. This was a great trade. How did it play out? Let's see. Three ticks? Do I get the 3 ticks out of it? Oh, that would make me so happy if I got the 3 ticks out of it. Yes, come on! Give me the 3rd tick. Yeah, yeah, let's go! That gets me hyped up. Fuck yeah, dude. That's an awesome trade. Alright, back to the book of charts. I'll do a couple more of these. How long have I been streaming? Does it tell me on this? I could just look at the email. Let's see. 34 minutes, so I guess I have been doing this for a fucking half hour. fucking again. Oh. Drink some fucking water first. Alright. How do I feel? How do I feel about this trade? First let me look at this one. There's a reason why this one isn't here above it, and that's because it was not a Green Star trade. I did not tag it. It was and it was a losing trade, so these aren't going to show up. That being said, this trade wouldn't have been bad if it was 1 or 2 ticks lower. If it was 1 or 2 ticks lower, it still would have been a losing trade, but it would have been a better losing trade. And what I mean by that is it would have been closer to the bottom of the range, meaning I would have had a better chance. Additionally, I did not wait for confirmation here. I didn't wait for confirmation on here either, but I think it was a tighter trade. By this point, it's kind of been loosening up a little bit, and the range is so established. I think the more a range establishes, the tighter I have to be, meaning I need to wait for more confirmation. I think a good long trade here probably would have been in this little range right here. Would have been good for 3 ticks maybe. I'm getting long over here, and I don't hate it. We created this low, this higher low, so we do still have an established trend. This is technically a lower high, but I still think we're in a range, so I'm not going to read too much into that because I think we're still respecting this range over here. As we're coming up, we are establishing ranges. We're establishing these little tiny micro ranges. We got one here. There's kind of one developing over here. I'm going long at the last peak. The last peak is down here. If I were to play this again, I still would have liked it to be 2 ticks lower at 40, because I think that's closer to the peak of the peak, lower peak of the last range, which is back here. That's kind of what I was doing back here too, and it was working for me within reason. So I think a long 2 ticks lower would have been better, but apparently this one still works for me. Let's see how much drawdown I eat. Yeah, see, so it would have touched 40. I'm not sure it would have filled, but I still think that means my idea is more valid. Can I fix my fucking chair? So at this point, I think I would be looking for a break even like a 1 tick loss, because it looks like we're failing, and I think that's what I do. Yeah, 1 tick loss. That was a good loss. So yeah, it's just failing. Like, I think where I got long, it's fair to assume that it's just a quick pullback before we go higher. But the fact that we failed to take back this 5 tick or 6 tick reclaim, and then we're just kind of hovering down, this is now looking like a failure. This part of the tree here, this part of the range is looking like a failure, kind of looking like what it did back here. And then I come back and trade later in the session. These are those trades. How do I feel about this one? I'm kind of mid on it before we watch any more. Before we watch any more of it, I want to develop my bias on this trade. I don't think it's horrible, and I'll tell you why. Let's pull this into a different tab, because I may want to mark this up. Let me piss real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to go over this trade super quick. Looks like we V-flushed down here. We've got a big reclaim above us. So this was a pretty significant move. I've got the borders of the previous range drawn out here that you can see. So we broke down. We're reclaiming. We have a prior value area above us that I kind of want to see us reclaim, and it looks like that's what we're doing. We print this V-flush, right? And we partially take it back, and then it looks like we might fail again, but we defend it. Higher low, a clear higher low. And now we're coming up and we're kind of establishing a trend. See right here? It's tough to see, but there is a range developing here. I keep saying trend. We keep printing higher highs. We've got 1, 2, 3 higher highs so far. We're kind of establishing a new range right here. So in that context, I think this is a good trade, but I would again like it to be 1 or 2 ticks lower. I want to be as close to this peak as I possibly can. We're also starting to develop lower highs here, so I need to be careful. I think this trade, because I don't have the best entry and because we might be developing another downtrend, I need to be quick. I can only take like 1 or 2 ticks on this trade. That being said, it is a great high EV trade. It's just because of my entry and because of the nature of this these peaks here, I gotta take it off quick. And it looks like that's what I did. So it was perfect, perfect execution as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it there and start getting into my drills for the day. Alright, so let's get this screen up. I am also going to trade with my other screen here. Got the 10-second pulled up. Got the 30-minute pulled up. Is anything going on in the daily? No. Oh fuck, we're close to all-time high. Holy shit, that was fast. Whew. That was quick. I had no clue we were gonna take back all-time high that fast. Shows what I know about fucking predicting. Let me look at the 30-minute a little closer. Kind of looks like we're in a... byte, and I want that to be dash. That looks good. Oh, what I might want is study L. Linear regression. No. What is this?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Yuki?
Yeah, I just finished my sessions. That's nice.
Nice, dude. How'd it go?
Good. Some of the trade was a little bit weird because the price action was a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
But I end up on top, which is nice.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
Did you drill already?
No, I'm just getting ready to.
Yeah, okay, nice.
I did a
Let me
bunch of book of charts this morning. It's pretty productive.
import my shit and I'm gonna be good. Well, I spoke with FC and I was telling him like I was a little bit frustrated with the current pace,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. I don't.
and he told me like, hey, what you want to do? So he give me free will to do whatever I want with two guys. So that's nice.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, I like the sounds of that.
So I was coaching a little bit earlier with Matt and Marok too,
Nice.
and Lucas is I'm gonna coach him very much too.
Cool, dude. I like it. Alright, so I think and stop me if you had any specific ideas for today. But one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to try a drill session where I just compile everything together and just try to trade normally and see where I'm at instead of just focusing on one thing or the other.
What are the two things you are thinking of?
I just want to do all my price action. I want to look at all the reclaims. I want to do all the slip favor shit. I just want to take trades where I feel comfortable.
And how did you went last time you drill?
I didn't really drill last time. Me and Fat Cat were just looking at price action.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny because that was essentially the first part of what I was going to train, like how I was going to train people.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I make them do is draw the micro range to make sure, and then erase it as soon as we go through.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. But the thing is, I don't know, because FC really wants to stick with a certain regime review, and I know it can be frustrating for you at some point. And it's really depending on your level of understanding of this.
Yeah,
So
and I think my flavor of slip knowledge, like my slip ranges, is different than, because that's trading, you know. It should be a little different. And after reviewing my old trades today, I feel fucking great about the way I've been trading slip ranges.
Yeah.
So we might have one here, but it's just going on a little too long. I like that we've got liquidity up here. We've also got some below us.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think FC told me like Friday you didn't have any sleep going on the price sections, so that's why he changed the drill.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it looks like there is not much sleep, to be honest with you. This price action right now looks like a bigger range, but built of micro range, you know, not weakness.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard to have sleep entry here.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of why I want to just drill everything instead of just focusing on one thing or the other. Try to test my knowledge of how to navigate this low VIX environment. Just trade
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah, for the moment, I really don't know, because if it's up to me, I would love to make you train other thing.
So what does Fat Cat want me to drill today?
Like he wants always the same thing: sleep and micro range or range, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So let me focus on that, and then we'll see where I'm at the end of the day.
yeah, let's try to, like, you want to play bigger range, or you want to play micro range, or you want to.
Let's just focus on slip for now, and just see what the day gives me, and then
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow I'll fucking try something else.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, if FC gave me the free thrill,
Mm-hmm.
teach you how to throw a trade, or I think Miller does trade the same too. Could have been nice. Here you have like you had a good sleep here, just right now. If you saw it.
Like right here.
Yeah, we have the range, but the sleep is when it's puke 4 bars down, and then sleep back 4 bars up, just before the breakout to the upside. The 2 last move before, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, can you show me exactly where it is? Yeah,
Yeah, like right here.
yeah. So you have the reclaim down in the range, and then you fade in at the edge to play the reclaim, you know. But I think that's the first slip I see today.
See, what I don't like about that is I'm not waiting for confirmation.
Get out for break even. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like this one. Why? Because there is no macro range here. There is no range here. You can assume there's a range, but it's like you can see it channeling up,
Yeah.
and then we break the channel up to the downside, and that's the move you try to catch. So you try to catch a knife again, which is not a good idea. Like the whole skill set is identifying the range, and the bigger range are harder to spot because they need to be confirmed. Otherwise, you just have like a up move and a down move, and you're getting smashed. You know. Here you got kinda lucky to get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this trade either.
So go on paint really fast. How many touch a trade range should have in order to confirm that's the range for you?
For me, mentally, it's more about time. How much time does it spend in a range? And for me, that would be like 30 seconds.
Yeah, but how about the price action? Because you can dick around for 30 seconds and that looks like a range, you know. The most important part is that does look like a range, like a picture perfect range, you know.
So I would say
So, you know,
like 2 on each
let's
side.
say, and what if we come from the upside, for example? So
That.
how many touch there is now?
If we're counting this one, there's 2, but technically 1.
Okay, so it might just puke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not sure. Here, wait, hold on, go back a little bit. Yeah, make the up move. Now does it look like more range for you?
Yeah.
And it's confirmed. You're 100% sure that's the range.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at for it. Let's aim for that, okay?
Okay.
Like go slightly in the past when you have like the big stall. Yeah, on the left.
Right here.
Throw your cursor to the left. Move your cursor to the left. No, not right here. Again. All the way to 1041. Yeah, this area.
Okay.
Count how many touch there is on each side.
1, 2. I don't know. I don't really see a range here.
I think there is a range because here you have 1 touch to the upside, right?
Yeah.
1 at the very bottom of it.
Right here.
No, at the very bottom. So on the right.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
And then we come back up again.
Sure.
That's the second touch up. And then the second touch down is to tick above, but it still look like a range, right?
Okay.
And then afterwards, you can see the market go up again, hold it again, and go down again, hold it again. And that's why here for me it looks looking more like a range, you know?
Okay.
Otherwise, you would be trapped so many times around this. Here we might have a range on the bigger range. Can you show me the edges?
Here,
Yeah.
and then maybe here and here.
Yeah. So we might have a range here, and I mean we have 4 touch in total, so that's good. But since it's a bigger range, we might need to use micro range to get in quickly.
Okay. See if it'll give me 68. Filled. I think that's breaking out.
Yeah.
Flat key that.
No worries. When I say micro range to use, I don't want you to trade with the sudden move. I want you to trade in a range, even if. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna. So the best play to do is to play the micro range above. You know. Can you show me the micro range?
This one?
Yeah. This one, you could use this one to play the bigger one. Not entirely, but just to get free ticks basically, because you have both min favor in the two range, right?
Okay.
So you don't want to catch knife like this, because when it's clearly momentum against your idea. And you need to play inside range, absolutely. Now it's not looking more range. It's not looking like a range anymore. You can see it's like starting almost like channeling down. Can you see it?
Where? Back here? Or the current price action?
No, it's the whole price action right now.
Oh yeah, lower highs.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a range anymore. Yeah, do you agree on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
So here, the bigger range is often rare, in my opinion. They are not happening much very often.
So I would want to play this range.
If you want to play the micro range, yes, you can. But are you in?
No.
No. Okay.
There we go. Filled.
Be quick.
Except for break even, it looks like it's compressing against me.
Yeah, exactly. That's good because it's still a compression, and this range could have blown this micro range.
Mm.
Like you enter a 2 tick range form against on your entry, and this 2 tick range could break out to the downside, for example, and it could have been bad, you know. We don't have this instant momentum like we like, so the range is still valid. So it's really maybe not right now, but if you want to play a micro range, you can. You just need to be super fast, identify it, play whatever size it is, because I don't want you to limit in. I want you to react on the edge of it. Get in, get out. So tell me as soon as you see a range that you want to play.
Okay, I see a range here. It's just, I think it breached by 1 tick, but it's coming back in. So I want to get long at 67.25. No fill on that.
Yeah, but that was a good momentum, you know? That was the perfect execution, though. Even if you didn't get filled, that's the most important part. See how good it was? Like, you know, clear range, instant momentum, like instant entry, no hesitation, you enter, and then the price have a quick pop for you, and then you get out.
Yeah. It's tough to get filled in this market.
Yeah, but it's still okay. Yeah, I still count it as a win. How much trade are you in? Do you have right now?
3.
3. Okay. How much? s- Uh, how much win do you have, and how much lose do you have right now?
No wins, 3 losses. I mean, technically one's a break even.
Okay, so I'm gonna two loss, 1 win, and I'm gonna count those 2 attempts as a win, even if it's not show up because it
Yeah,
was good anyway.
got a tick there.
Nice, good job. See, it's when you react to the markets, it's way easier. Now it's yeah. See, if you retry a second time, maybe wasn't that good. But the way you just there's a range. I want to get in fast. I get in, I get out. That's good. And when you tell me there is a macro range, I want you to. I know we have to be quick or something, but I want to show you really quick the area to make sure there is a macro range.
Okay.
See, on your 2 loss today, both of them are sudden move without any range.
Yeah.
So I really want you to avoid that at all costs now.
Okay.
If you want, keep drawing too. That could be nice.
I see a range here. I'm gonna try to play it.
Now remove it, remove it. See, if you want to play it, I want you to play it on the side right now. We were on the top of it, and you limit at the bottom. It's not reacting, it's predicting, correct?
Yeah.
And you have been blowout right away if you enter here. You agree with that? Because
Yeah.
you got the breakout again. That's what I told you about. It's not about predicting, it's about reacting fast, you know?
Mhm.
If you see the micro range and you want to trade it, whatever side it is, try to get in as fast as you can on the side the price is currently trading. You just avoid a pretty bad loss. So.
I want to play this.
Nice. Get out.
Broke against
Okay.
me.
Lucky this one. That's fine. That's here. You tried. You react to it. You had to break out of it. That's unlucky. That's fine. Yeah, the price is a little bit more volatile here. But that's a good thing because you had the feel of it. So that's the last trade was correct. You try to be quick, you enter quick. You happen, yeah. See, that's the thing. Good try, really good try here. I will count it as a win because even if you didn't get filled, because the intention of it was good.
Let's try this one again. Two ticks.
All right, nice, good job. See, no hesitations. I like when you are very aggressive in the markets. That means you feel very confident.
Yeah, yeah, and I've
So,
lost that. I need to be more
Yeah.
aggressive. I think part of the hypnosis with Fat Cat has been trying to be less aggressive and be like ultra conservative. But I need that sometimes. Sometimes I need to be aggressive, especially if
Yeah,
if all the factors are in my favor. If I have the slip favor, if I have the momentum, if I have the reclaim, do it. Like just fucking put the trade on, you know.
Yeah, you have momentum. You definitely have momentum inside of you, and it can be to the downside or to the upside.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be a happy medium somewhere.
And I think it's a lot of part have to do with hesitation. So I really want you to. It's a drill, man. No worries about it.
Yeah.
Just hit it when you feel like hitting it, and that's it. Like range, I hit it. Okay.
Yeah.
And see, like we can have a quick preview of the future. It's like, see how well you enter the last trade. That was the perfect entry for this up move, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we are aiming for. We want you to have the perfect entry, and most of the time, if you have perfect entry and 3 ticks in your trade in your favor, there's a good chance you can catch bigger move, right?
Yeah.
So we need to start like this, and no worries. I spent two or 3 weeks doing that. But now I can comfortably enter my bigger trade easily like this. Just keep paying attention to the price, keep drawing. I really want you to don't lose your focus.
Yeah.
There is plenty of micro range if you want to play them. I just want you to identify at least them.
Okay, I want to play this slip range to the downside. 2 ticks.
Nice, good job. Nice. See, immediately there is no delay between what you want to do and what you're actually doing, and that's make the difference, you know.
I want to play this to the long side now. Filled. It's hovering on me. Breaking out.
Okay. I feel like you could exit a slightly bit quicker, but it was very fast already, so that's okay. good attempt. You got the break out of it, but that's fine.
Mhm.
The thing is, yeah, no hesitations. Don't be afraid to make mistake. Okay,
Yeah.
it's the point.
Alright, I want to play this slip range. I'm gonna wait.
Hold on, wait. Don't hesitate. Don't trade. There is a delay here. You wanted to play, but you didn't click on any side.
Yeah, because I felt like I was predicting if I just leave the order there.
Yeah, and that's why. Well, the delay between the moment you want to trade it and the moment you execute it have the big impact on the success of your trade. Because when you decide that you can play this range, the range is currently working, right?
Hmm.
But as soon as you try to wait for one side or the other, the breakout could happen, and that's exactly the case, this case right now. So yeah, don't hesitate. If you want to get in, get in. But whatever side, just pick up a tick, that's fine. And of course, you can avoid when it's 3 ticks or below 3 ticks, you know? Not that interesting. Okay, here, if you pay attention, might be something bigger here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you show me?
As a range.
How many touch on each side?
2 to the top and 2 to the bottom, it looks like.
Okay. So now, if you want to play this, we need to use a micro range to assist that idea.
I'm gonna play this to the downside. It's
Yeah, too
gone.
late. It's okay though, it's okay. Maybe you have a second chance. Let's see how it reacts up there.
Try it again.
Okay. Yes. Micro range forming on you. That could be fine again.
Try for the 1 tick just because it's kind of compressing up against me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
no kidding.
What the fuck was that? Okay. And let's see, let's just watch if the idea was correct. So here we just train an executions. We want to play the bigger range with the micro range, correct?
Hmm.
And let's say you didn't exit for 1 tick loss, 1 tick win. Let's see how it goes.
Probably try to re-enter 6125.
Yeah, no worries. We just want to see if the mirror shot. Yeah, look at this. That's good. Could have been a great trade already. Just pretend that you never exit the trade. I just want to I just want you to see the potential of what you're doing right now. You know, you're getting precise entry to play bigger entry, bigger idea. That's the thing. And the more you notice that there is so much more on the table, the more you want to have precise entry. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, in shit, man, you were 2 ticks below the very top of the market. All right, so the minimalizations on the bigger range seems not going all the way through. It's
Yeah.
fine. It came to the POC, which is fine, but it's already a good trade. And now it's breaking up to the upside. So the idea of the bigger range is over. I want you to keep drawing because there is some element. Yeah, I more agree with that. Okay, now just pay attention to what's going on right now again.
I'm gonna play this range. It's gone.
Don't get filled. Yeah. That's good. You had a good timing here. Like you felt it. Like it was just slightly slow to execute, but that's okay because you had a feeling of it, you know? Just need to be quicker, you know? That's the point.
I'm gonna play this range. I think those 2 ticks are acceptable. I just don't want to see it go any lower. I'm gonna try to take it off for break even. Flat it.
Yeah,
It's
nice
breaking
exit.
out.
Perfect exit. Good job, man. That was a perfect exit because there is a micro range forming in your entry. If it's breaking up, it's over. And then you had like the perfect ticks of breakouts, which is good. All right, let's take a break here. Let's review.
Oh. Okay. Let's see if my trades have been importing. Alright,
Okay, nice.
I'm just gonna piss real
Nice.
quick. 1 sec.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey.
Alright.
Alright.
So what do you
Uh,
want me to do for review?
There is D10 trade, and on the exercise I count 3 more trade that you had the intention of taking.